May we please have your attention? Welcome to the 78th anniversary of One World Day. Our parade of flags is starting now. It'll be here in a few minutes, but we want to just, first of all, introduce and honor our chair people of this parade. It's Angela Woodson and Dan Hansen, and they have put in a ton of work. I can't tell you what it takes to organize a parade this size. It began with 300 people a few years ago, and today we have about 1,500 people in the parade. And they represent over 50 nationality groups. So congratulations to Angela and Dan on just a wonderful job. We have a wonderful group of MCs who are going to tell you about each unit in the parade. And we're starting off with Giovanni Ligi from Channel 3. Kelly Dolbeck from Channel 19. Tracy Carlis from Channel 5. And Tino Bovenzi from Channel 8. So, they're just about here, and we'll introduce each group as they arrive.
Who are you?
Oh, I am Sheila Murphy Crawford. Thank you. I'm a past president of the Cleveland Cultural Garden Federation, and I am chair of the Entertainment Committee and the Children's Village. I also have a picture of myself as a performer in One World Day from 1962. Yes, so I've been here a long, long time, and I can't tell you how much I love the gardens and how important they are to our motto of peace through mutual understanding. And they are growing and growing and growing. Here it comes. All right, our parade is headed by a group of our volunteers carrying the One World Day banner.
You want cowbell or you want to whistle?
You see the police. Okay. And we want to introduce to you Mayor Justin Bibb. Yay! And next to the mayor is Dr. Wild Curry, the president of the Cleveland Cultural Garden Federation. Dr. Curry. And that wonderful sound is coming from the Irish American Club, Eastside Pipe and Drums. Wonderful, wonderful. Good job, guys. And here comes our first group, the American Garden. They have a beautiful site up on East Boulevard, and they are a homeland to all of us. We're all Americans. Thank you, everyone.
Rotary Club of Cleveland.
And they'll be sponsored, we hope, by the Rotary Club of Cleveland. Wonderful.
Coming up next is the Hungarian Garden. Welcome. The Hungarian Garden was dedicated in 1938. They host an annual concert featuring the music of Franz Liszt, the great Hungarian composer and pianist. He was truly the first rock star. Be sure to visit the Budapest Cafe in the Hungarian Garden's upper level on East Boulevard. Robert Fakis is carrying the old Hungarian flag that has been carried in this parade for more than 40 years.
Let's give it up for the Hebrew Garden. The Hebrew Garden was one of the first. Let's give it up for the Greek Garden. The Greek Garden was dedicated in 1940 and is now undergoing a resurgence with a 15-foot stone relief to be installed on the Parthenon wall, featuring dozens of Greek cultural figures such as Socrates, Plato, and Pythagoras.
All right, guys, let's get this thing going. Everybody's got some good energy here, right? Welcome to the Hebrew Garden. The Hebrew Garden is one of the first cultural gardens dedicated in 1926. Nearly 100-year-old fountain made of Jerusalem marble is the cornerstone of the garden and was recently renovated. The area surrounding the fountain is in the shape of the Star of David, which is also on the Israeli flag, of course. We participate in this parade of flags and invite you to join us for Israeli music and dancing starting at 2 p.m. Welcome.
Now let's make some noise for the Slovak Garden. The Slovak Cultural Garden was established in 1929 as the fifth garden in the Federation, 10 years after the formation of its nation-state. Dedicated in 1932, it honored the individuals who brought about that incredible feat. In 1946, the Slovak Garden extended the invitation for all nations to come together in unity to heal after World War II. The Slovak Garden hosted the first One World Day and again in 1948 for the second One World Day, giving rise to the tradition we share today. Let's make some noise for the Slovak Garden.
And welcome Italy, the Italian Garden. The Italian Cultural Garden was conceived and designed in the spirit of the Italian Renaissance with large walkways, benches, two large staircases leading down to the lower level amphitheater. It was dedicated in October 12, 1930 as a symbol of the contribution of Italian culture to American democracy. The annual opera in the Italian Garden draws thousands each year, and listen how wonderful they sound.
Welcome our friends from the Romanian Garden. Make sure you visit the garden to learn more about the great composer George Enescu, considered Romania's greatest musician. Did you know that the oldest Romanian church parish in America was founded in 1904 right here in Cleveland? St. Mary Romanian Orthodox Church. Let's give it up for the Romanian Garden.
Present the Turkish Garden. Welcome. They have a great garden, and Mehmet Gencer is the major delegate. Welcome to Mehmet and friends from the Turkish Garden. Give them a round of applause.
All right, you see the dragon. You know what that means. The Chinese Garden is here to celebrate. Let's make some noise for China. Established in 1985, the Chinese Cultural Garden reflects much about the complex history of China. Geographically distant from the main chain of cultural gardens, the Chinese Garden is notable for the contrast of its stark white marble against a lush green background. Two Chinese dragons guard the entrance with a statue of Confucius atop the white pedestal. The One World Day shuttle buses will travel to the Chinese Garden and loop back, so be sure to check it out. Also marching is the Cleveland Phoenix Club, a symbol of unity, empowerment, and joy, dedicated to fostering a strong sense of belonging and happiness among Chinese Americans in our area. They offer a diverse range of self-development opportunities and leisure activities designed to enrich lives and build lasting connections. Let's take a listen to this lovely band. All right, ladies, let's go. Let's make some noise for China. Welcome. Raise your hand if you need one of those fans right now. It's a little hot. China tied for the most gold medals in the Olympics in this last round here in Paris.
And up next, marching in the One World Day Parade, the Russian Garden. Russia's cultural gardens group of enthusiasts started actively pursuing the establishment of the new garden 10 years ago. Now it's one of the most actively developing gardens. Dedicated in 2018, Russian Garden lets visitors enjoy the beautiful alleys where you can learn about over 100 cultural heroes whose names are engraved on the Walk of Fame. Give it up for the Russian Garden.
Welcome to the Finnish Garden. The Finnish Garden was dedicated in 1958. Be sure to visit and see the bust of composer Gene Sibelius to learn about Finnish contributions to the world, like the sauna, wind turbines, ice skates, Nokia phones, and angry birds. Welcome, Finnish Garden.
Sisu!
All right, let's welcome the Lebanese Garden. You can see the red, white, and green of the flag on Lebanon everywhere in the Lebanese Garden. If you look in the middle of the flag, you can see a cedar tree, the symbol of Lebanon. The cedars of Lebanon were the most famous trees in all of antiquity.
Welcome to Lithuanian Garden. Lithuanian Cultural Garden, established in 1936 and is represented by members of the Greater Cleveland Lithuanian community. Many of them participated in the Song and Dance Festival in Lithuania this summer, and an oak tree was planted in the Lithuanian Garden this spring in commemoration of the 100-year anniversary of these festivals. In 2025, Cleveland will be proudly hosting the North American Lithuanian Song Festival. I might mess this up, don't get mad at me. Sveiki Atviki. Close. Welcome, Lithuania.
Now it's time for the German Garden. There are more people of German heritage in Ohio than any other group. The German Garden was dedicated in 1929. A highlight of the German Cultural Garden is the massive Goldschiller Monument, which is an exact copy of the original in Hamburg, Germany. You will also see Bach, Beethoven, and other German cultural figures. Have a brat and a beer in the beer garden and the German Garden upper level. The German Garden.
Coming up next in the One World Day Parade is the Ethiopian Garden. The Ethiopian Garden was the first cultural garden from a country in Africa. On the front of the large Ethiopian culture garden monument are panels depicting a broad period of Ethiopian history. The back panel is titled "When the Sun Gets the Moon." Visit the garden and take part in a coffee ceremony. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that coffee was first discovered in Ethiopia?
They knew.
We love that energy right there. That's what it's about. All right, coming up next, we have the Ukrainian Garden. Make some noise for the Ukrainian Garden. The United Ukrainian Organizations organized in 1928 and is led by Dr. George Yasku, president, and represents 40-plus entities throughout Ohio. The organization was the driving force behind establishing the Ukrainian Garden in 1939. Please stop and visit and become acquainted with poets, a religious leader, and educators. Welcome, Ukrainian Garden! We gotta make some noise for that flag. That is a very large flag. Beautiful. Awesome.
It is time for the Irish Garden. It's a group led by one of our garden volunteers carrying the Irish flag. Nice and high up in the air. Next are the Murphy Irish dancers who march in the One World Day parade every single year. They perform traditional Irish dancing for our local community and competed internationally, winning first place at the World Championships of Irish Dance in Montreal. They'll be performing in the Irish Garden at 2:15 and in the Greek Garden at 4 o'clock today. The dancers are followed by the Jack McDonald and drums from the Irish American Club East Side. It consists of generations of friends and family who are proud to honor Ireland and their heritage with music. Let's make some noise for the Irish Garden!
Croatian Garden. The Croatian Cultural Garden was dedicated in 2012 and features one of the most popular statues in the garden. The Immigrant Mother statue is a tribute to all women who left their homes, often with their children in tow, to settle here in America. There's a beautiful waterfall cascading from the upper to lower level, so be sure to check it out. Welcome, Tamburitsins.
All right, let's welcome the Latvian Garden. The Latvian community is proud to be one of the first to begin the resurgence of new gardens. They welcome you to the Latvian Garden. Take a stroll and learn more about their little country and cherished heritage. Bring your passport and get ready to answer, where in the world is Latvia? Let's give them all a welcome. Woo!
Around just 50 people. Their garden was dedicated in 1966. The Estonian flag colors are blue, black, and white. Blue representing the clear sky, the Baltic Sea, and freshwater lakes. Black symbolizing the fertile soil, dark thick forest, and the hardship faced by the Estonian people. White signifies purity, justice, happiness, and faith in a brighter future. Welcome.
All right, let's welcome the Armenia Garden. Modern America is democratic, republican, mountainous. In the mountainous region between Asia and Europe, it's the first country in the world to adopt Christianity as its state religion. It has a population of 2.7 million and a dysphoria over 5 million, 1.5 million, which reside in the USA. Its capital is one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. How old? Visit their garden to find out more.
nice high school marching band. This is part of the African American Garden. The African American Cultural Garden recognizes and celebrates the journey of Northeast Ohio enslaved. The garden has been in the woods for more than 50 years. It's about 25% no return. Marching with the representative of the artist of Warrensville Heights marching band. Let's go. All right, y'all. They're led by Dr. John Wilson, James Francis, who trained and performed installation of All right, guys, give it up one more time for the Warrensville Heights band.
We have to make some big noise now for the British Garden, the smallest but strongest marcher out there right now, carrying the flag that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Dedicated in 1916, the Shakespeare Garden, which includes the bust of William Shakespeare, originated as part of a celebration that stretched across the world. It is the very first garden. Let's give it up for the British Garden.
Right, let's welcome the Slovenian Garden. Our longtime friends from the Slovenian Garden are here with us in their cultural attire. Originally, this was the Yugoslav Garden, but with all of Yugoslavia, it became the Slovenian Garden. Cleveland has more people of Slovenian heritage than anywhere in the world outside of the capital, Slovenia. Let's give it up for them.
Luca!
Right, let's also welcome the Syrian Garden. Syrian Garden was dedicated in 2011 and highlights the richness of its history, being the cradle of civilization. It honors the glory of Almeria and the legendary poet Nazir Habani.
Welcome to the Dominican Republic community. Club Dominicano de Cleveland is a non-profit organization that promotes the culture and values of the Dominican Republic through art, sports, music, and education. Last weekend was their second annual Dominican Festival in Cleveland. Look at those beautiful outfits. Hi, guys.
Dominican.
How's everybody feeling right now? Let's make some noise. This is a beautiful event. Parade of flags here. They're making their way. I have a feeling I'm going to hear some bagpipes here in just a second. What do you guys think? All right, coming up next, guys, is the Scottish Garden. The Scottish American Society is a group of people interested in the culture and history of Scotland and her people. Membership is open to participation by individuals and families of all ages. Scottish ancestry is not a requirement. The Society's objectives are fun, fellowship, and sharing cultural information. Let's take a listen to the beautiful bagpipes of the Scottish Cultural Garden Society. So this is the Celtic Eagle Pipe Band. Let's take a listen.
Behind is the Albanian Garden. The Albanian Cultural Garden is a proud representation of Albania's rich history, culture, and traditions within the Cleveland Cultural Garden. Their group is dedicated to celebrating and preserving preserving their heritage and sharing it with the broader community and fostering connections among Albanians and friends of Albania. Don't miss the large Mother Teresa statue in the Albanian Garden.
Now welcome the Korean Garden. The clothing they are wearing is called hanbok. It's characterized by the vibrant colors and simple lines without pockets. Although the term literally means Korean clothing, hanbok usually is worn as semi-formal or formal wear during traditional festivals and celebrations such as Thanksgiving and New Year's Day.
Remarkable mosaic of multicultural experiences. A country so rich in language, dance, music, cuisine, attire, traditions, ethnicity, colorful festivals, religion, art, and a whole lot more. It boasts the spirit of brotherhood, acceptance, and harmony of its national identity.
All right, guys, coming up next is the French Garden. The group from the French Garden has a lot to celebrate this year. Not only did they host the Olympics, but the group is carrying the French flag that celebrates the fact that the first portion of the French Garden was dedicated on April 7th. And this year, the French flag now flies permanently here in the Cultural Gardens. This group also carries the red and gold flag of the Normandy region of France, which is home to Cleveland's sister city, Rouen. The group is also carrying the Olympic flag this year to honor the very successful Summer Olympic Games that just took place a few weeks ago in Paris. The French delegation continues and includes French Honorary Consul Cedric LaRouge, members of the French-American Chamber of Commerce, and students of the teachers of French from Cleveland area high schools. Many are wearing the popular Cleveland is my Paris shirts. Welcome, the French Garden.
Now let's give some big round of applause to the Polish Garden, one very near and dear to my heart. The Polish Garden is sponsored by the Polish American Cultural Center and Connie Brzezinski-Adams, the director. This year, John Niedzielek leads the Polish unit. John is a council member of the historic St. Casimir Church that generously leads support to the Cultural Gardens in a variety of ways. The Polish Artistic Song and Dance Ensemble will be performing later in the Polish Cultural Garden. They have a long history of performing authentic Polish repertoire all over our region, and we are proud to have them here again today. The Polish Garden!
All right, let's welcome the Carpatho-Rusin Garden. The Rusin Garden was dedicated in 1939. Rusin immigrants came to Cleveland during the 1880s during World War I. They are people from the Carpatho Mountains in Eastern Europe and Poland, Slovakia, and Ukraine. Last year they officially changed their name to the garden to the Carpatho-Rusin Garden. Give it up for them.
That means Pakistan is here. Pakistani garden. Okay, sorry about that. Uzbekistan is the shining pearl of the East. Let's give it up for the Uzbek Garden, the center of the Great Silk Road and a country born an ancient civilization and profound culture with a large quantity of monuments and historical buildings of various epochs from the evolution of Homo sapiens to the formation of large ancient cities. This rich historical heritage of Uzbekistan is spiritual and moral traditions. Invaluable contributions to world culture have made it a tourist destination. Let's give it up to the Uzbekistan Garden. All right, guys, I want to hear those drums. Where'd the drums go? Back up. Bring the current introduction of who they are now. In May of 2022, Pakistani Musician Friends came out for the groundbreaking ceremony at the new Pakistani Cultural Garden. Last One World Day was a ceremonial raising of the flag of Pakistan in the garden for the first time. welcome.
All right, we have a big group of red, white, and green on the way. The Peruvian Garden is represented by the Peruvian Cultural Association of Northeast Ohio, all dressed in red and white, the colors of the Peruvian flag. Red represents the blood of Peruvian heroes shed in battle, while white represents peace, purity, social justice, and freedom. Let's make some noise for the Peruvian Garden.
Peru!
Coming up next in our One World Day parade is the Palestinian Garden. Let's welcome the Palestinian Garden, represented by the Palestinian American Heritage Society. The Palestinian American Heritage Society seeks to celebrate and preserve the rich culture, arts, education, and community engagement. They are proud to be part of this vibrant community and are honored to share our heritage with everyone. Welcome.
Right, let's now welcome the Morocco community. The Moroccan community is marching for the second time under the leadership of the United Moroccan American Association of Cleveland, Ohio. Morocco is rich in culture and history of major cities like Casablanca, Fez, Tangier, and Marrakesh in movies and TV. Love that noise. Let's give it up to the Moroccan community.
Alright, love that energy, love those smiles. Let's keep that going. Let's make some noise, people. Come on. We're having a great time, right? Alright. Next, we have the Swiss community. The United Swiss Society of Cleveland consists of descendants of Swiss immigrants. They promote the teaching of the sport of gymnastics on local, state, and national levels and encourage participation in the traditions of Switzerland as well as those developed locally over the years. You hear those bells chiming? I love that. I like your hat. Love it. Ladies, hello. All right, guys, give it up one more time for the Swiss community.
Up next, we have the Indonesian community. Indonesia, the world's largest archipelago, proudly waves its red and white flag as a symbol of unity and diversity. Indonesia encompasses over 17,000 islands, teeming with life and history. This Southeast Asian nation is a cultural mosaic, home to hundreds of ethnic groups, languages, and traditions. As we celebrate the Parade of Flags, Indonesia shines as a testament to the harmonious blend of its rich heritage and breathtaking natural wonders. The Indonesian community.
Welcome next to the Kazakhstan community. It's a Central Asian country. It is the 9th largest in the world and the largest country that doesn't have access to an ocean. Kazakhstan is one of the most ethnically and religiously diverse nations, owing to not only its history and nomadic culture, but also its geography, situated in between the major world regions. It has the longest border in the world, and when directly translated, Kazakhstan literally means land of the wanderers.
All right, let's now welcome the Native American Garden. Representatives of various tribes which reside in the greater Cleveland area are marching today. Let's give them all a big wave. You'll see people from the Dakota, Lakota, Ojibwe, Ponca, Diné, and among other tribes, and this is really just a small fraction of the many individuals and tribes that currently live in Ohio. Many members are direct descendants of the 1950 Federal Relocation Program, which brought Native Americans to Cleveland.
Hear the trumpet. I think the Mexican Garden is here. Mexico Garden, welcome. Are members of the Central Cultural Mexico Delegation, led by the Mexican Committee on Mexico! I think we got a performance coming here. We love it. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. Let's give it up one more time for the Mexican Garden. The Japanese community. The Japanese Association of Northeast Ohio is a nonprofit association whose goals are to promote mutual support among the local Japanese community. They foster cooperation, harmony, and friendship between Japanese and American communities in Northeast Ohio by sponsoring and implementing educational programs to everyone interested in Japan and Japanese culture. Let's make some noise for the Japanese Community Garden.
Coming up next, Bangladesh, you got it! Since the 1970s, Cleveland, Ohio has welcomed the vibrant Bangladeshi community. Today, more than 600 Bangladeshis call Northeast Ohio home, enriching the state's cultural diversity. The community just received official approval as a garden. A big congratulations. Round of applause for them with our new garden.
All right, let's now welcome the Iranian community. The Iranian community is Cleveland honors and preserves ancient Persian culture. Iran is a diverse country with rich history and stunning landscapes as a melting pot of cultures, languages, and traditions. Through festivals, education events, and community gatherings, the Iranian community celebrates Persian arts, literature, music, and cuisine. Their goal is to foster understanding and appreciation of Persian culture within Cleveland, promoting unity, diversity, and the cultural exchange. Let's make some noise for the Iranian community.
All right, everybody, coming up, we have the Haitian community. The Haitian Network of Cleveland is once again very proud and glad to be a part of this great event. Welcome, Haiti!
Coming through the One World Parade now, the Filipino Garden, representing the island nation of the Philippines. Members of the Philippine American Society of Ohio Foundation proudly carry the flag and wear traditional Philippine garments made of woven pineapple fiber featuring intricate embroidery. They were founded in 1967 and continue today with the mission of celebrating and preserving Filipino culture and heritage. The Philippine American Cultural and Civic Center in Parma serves as a home away from home for Filipinos in northeastern Ohio. Through tag-along language, history, and folk dance lessons, we hope to educate and inspire a new generation of Filipino Americans. Let's give it up to the Filipino Garden!
Welcome to the Colombian Garden. Viva Colombia! The Colombia Garden is represented by members of Ohio Colombian Foundation, sponsors of the first cultural garden featuring a Latin American country. The group is officially breaking ground on phase 1 of the garden. Stop by the garden to learn about the dance moves, find out about the culture, and meet some of the most welcoming people on earth. Oh my gosh, and look at the little one on 4 legs. So cute. Welcome. Round of applause for the newest Breaking Ground Garden.
Now welcome the Brazilian community. Members from all over Brazil, this lovely group has operated in Cleveland as a charitable 501c3 since 2017. From its inception, they have welcomed members from Brazil and Northeast Ohio and raised funds to support those in need back in Brazil. Give them a round of applause. Just jump in and join them as they come on by.
All right, guys, coming up next, we have Chile. Let's give it up for the Chilean community. Since 1968, Cleveland, Ohio has welcomed the vibrant and glowing Chilean community. Today, they have more and more Chileans calling Cleveland their home. Listeners, listen to that bell. All right. Give it up one more time for the Chilean community, everyone.
And last but certainly not least, the Serbian Garden. Dedicated on October 5th, 2008, the Serbian Cultural Garden features a central plaza with a marble cube and circular concrete seating. The plaza contains the garden's message, "Only unity saves the Serbs." The Serbian Garden has more busts of women than any other garden, along with the busts of famous Serbs such as Nikola Tesla. They are in many ways, they are just as brilliant, if not more. Please give it up for the Serbian Garden.
Sheila.
Well, thank you, everybody. That concludes the Parade of Flags. How about a round of applause for everyone? And especially for our wonderful MCs, Giovanni Ligi from Channel 3, Kelly Dobek, Channel 19, Tracy Carlos, Channel 5, and Tino Bavenzi from Channel 8. Thank them. Give them a round of applause. They did a wonderful job. Coming up next on the Plaza stage, please join us for a welcoming ceremony, and then after that begins the entertainment on the Plaza stage, and all the gardens are rolling with wonderful things to see. Thank you so much. Enjoy your wonderful day here, and God bless the cultural gardens. Thank you.